No. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun,
Whoop.
So the only thing left to say, of course, is the one obvious thing.
Hey, happy Tuesday. Wait, Thursday, right? Thursday. Hey, special night. It's going to be a fun night. And, we had to, we took a little extra time because one of our hosts, their toothy hurt. So,
Shut up.
We wanted to make sure that everybody made this special episode because we're going to be doing a live reading of Batman and Elmer Fudd. But before that, we're going to talk a little bit about the comic news of the week and a lot of other good stuff. So without further ado, Kari, how's it going?
Going good, everybody. I have another show later on tonight, so we're not going to be sticking around for banter after we are done. But I'm really excited. We've been working up to this read, and it's going to be so much fun. We have special people with us. I love it. Switch over to Jaja.
Am I special people?
Yes.
I'm with you guys. Oh, that's fantastic.
You're always
I'm
special,
so excited. So it's Tuesday night. It's Splash Pages. Thursday night. It's Splash Pages. We're ready to go. Maybe we're not. I don't know. How about you, Drew? How you doing?
Well, apparently, according to one of our hosts, toothy hurt. So shut the fuck up, Leo. I'm fine. We've been working on this for a while. There's a lot going on tonight. I'm not going to be as chatty because I'm still recovering. But this is still going to be a great night. So I don't know. St. Patrick's Day is in a couple of days. So
well, Tom Dog's down with you. He's getting the weekend started early.
Yeah. T-Dog up and out. All right, but we got another special friend of the show on. We're sending it over to Mr. Cooper.
Hey, wow, I'm in full screen, everybody. Hey,
Woo.
Look at that aspect ratio. Wow. Yeah.
Wow, look at the space.
Yeah.
I almost wore that shirt. We would have matched. It would have been great.
It's been so much fun. Thanks for having me, guys. Looking forward to this read. I know we got some cool stories and all that going on. So
it's always a special night when we're hanging with Mr. Cooper.
It is.
It's almost like a science exam, but we're nerds.
Like
if only there was a theme song.
94.
If only.
If only, yeah.
All right, you crazy kids and Carrie. Love you too, Kari.
Well back here.
Leo has to press the button.
Oh, right. Yes, the button. Press the button. Hey, everybody. I'm Drew with Variant Watch, and because I'm a glutton for punishment, I decided I'm going to do this too. So we're going to start off first with the Micronauts. So, as we know, the Micronauts, who originally were published at Marvel, they have a new omnibus coming out that's going to be arriving in April, aka in a couple of weeks. So, in order to celebrate this glorious, long-awaited hardcover, Micronauts will be spotlighted on a total of variant covers. So, we're going to be seeing them along with other Marvel heroes like the X-Men, Avengers, Deadpool, Spider-Man, Venom. So drawn by all sorts of superstar artists of our daily age, Commander Ron, Princess Mary, Bitron, Akovir, and the Bug emerging from the inner space, the edges of inner space, and bravely standing against the tyrannical Baron Karza, along with Marvel. So check out these covers there. Look, we got the Avengers there. We got them with Spider-Man, Deadpool, of course. I want to say,
Of course.
yeah. No, it's definitely Venom.
That Nick Bradshaw, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I think is that it? Oh, no.
That is it.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Nice. That's unexpected. All right. And is there more, Leo?
That is it.
All right, cool. All right, so there's going to be on sale April 3rd to April 24th. So if you're a Micronauts fan, I mean, hey, this is for you. Spend that money.
They are
It's your
canon in
time.
the X-Men, so
You know. So all right. So I believe there was one more because this event just refuses to die. No pun intended. As we know, because we have covered it so much. In May, Marvel's new event, Blood Hunt, will be coming out. And one of their big stars, Marvel, Peach Momoko, is contributing a spooky as hell variant cover for that with Blood Hunt issue 1, spotlighting Vision. So, excuse me.
Vision definitely looks like a vampire there.
Indeed. He's going to be on... Apparently, he's going to be one of the many doomed heroes that's on the forefronts of the war, trying to essentially keep the Marvel Universe from being bathed in blood. So this will be on sale issue 1. I mean, Peach's work is absolutely gorgeous. So, hey, why not have another variant?
It's just another one.
Yep. So that's it for Variant Watch. Yeah, this is a short week. So
that's it. Fantastic, Drew.
I know, right? Beautiful. Thank you. All right. So now we're going to move on to the other thing. So Leo, are you going to do the thing?
What's
what's
the thing?
Hold on a second. Ensing, can you please set coordinates for Drew's News?
Drew's News. Exciting tales, fresh comic views. In the pages, heroes fly, villains plot under the sky. From Gotham's dark to Metropolis views, we cover stories old and new. Drew's News, your daily source for comic clues. Join the fun, it's a heroic cruise in the world of Drew's Comic News.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to figure out the comment.
So, Blood Hunt. Kari.
I'm just leaving it. So, yeah, speaking of Blood Hunt that won't go away, we have Blood Coven coming in here. Jed MacKay and Pepe Larraz are bringing in even more vampires to the Blood event. Having all of the world descend into darkness, reuniting the Midnight Suns, having Dracula train Blade's daughter, and suggestions that Doctor Strange himself will be infected just about right off the bat wasn't quite Avengers worthy. So they decided they had to bring in a new cabal of blood drinkers. the leader was created by Hydra, which I hope they say that there's a master that they're serving, and I'm hoping that if it was created by Hydra, they have some type of super soldier serum variable vampire varietal going on. But we're going to look through these guys real quick. If you want to go to the one that has the close-ups on each of them. They decided these aren't vampires that feast on blood and have normal things going on. They have been fed superpower blood, and so they eat different things. Unfortunately, we don't know what each of them eats. But the first one is Megrim, probably the most vampire-looking of the litter. And this I'm quoting Laraz as he drew them. Probably the most vampire-looking of the litter. I hid her face on red cloth, but my idea is that the cloth was always drenched in blood. The skirt's folds make up shapes like faces screaming of pain. Everything is super intense with her. She must be unbearable. There in the center, we have the leader of them. Bloodstone 1. Interesting name. But I gave him a lot of thought because I didn't want to do a vampire superhero, but a true monster who is scary enough that he's even scared of himself. He hides his true nature under a perfect human shell, like some kind of Michelangelo's David, which is rotted inside, twisted, homicidal. The worst monster of all is the one who wants to look as the perfect human. The armor is an homage to Vlad Tepes's armor from Coppola's Dracula film, which seemed to me like a proper reference. So this one, he is a Hydra clone of Marvel's version of Dracula. I'm assuming they've souped him up a little bit because he's looking a little different there. It's not just a straight up cloning. It's we took your DNA, we did some stuff, now you're a giant statue that's rotting inside. Yay. Moving on. Next. This is where we start looking like we're going into Cenobite territory. This is Cruel. This one was pretty straightforward. A character wrapped in razor wire by his own will is terrifying enough. So that is what I did. I added the cloud of wires at his feet and neck, always moving like some kind of metal gorgon. Next, over on the bottom left, we have Unusual. The initial idea by Jed was to make him a collage of old engravings, always changing like some kind of sinister Max Ernst picture in movement. But that would present a copyright issue. So I came up with this weird idea. I started with a bunch of parallel lines and used a liquefy tool from Clip Studio to make shapes with those lines, and finally adapted these shapes into a human silhouette. It's probably the weirdest and fastest design I've ever done.
Kind of looks like the creature that killed Tasha Yar in Star Trek.
Oh,
yeah.
Artemis?
Yeah.
Or Armis?
Armis, I think it was, yeah.
Yeah. Skin of Eve.
It's definitely unusual.
Looks like
and
half of
everybody... yeah. And of course, it was right after Cruel, so we have Cruel and Unusual. Unfortunately, the next one isn't named Punishment. But this next kind of oddly robotic kind of looking thing, or like cut gemstone, is called Damascene. And my initial idea was to make them bidimensional, like a paper sheet that will cut you when you try to grab it. But it was very difficult to convey that idea in comics without movement. So I did his body absolutely geometrical to remark the sharpness of the body. Again, I decided to put no face. Expressionless beings are more scary, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
And the final one, Smoke Eater. The idea is that he inhales ghosts to acquire their strength in combat. So I made a physical representation of that. He becomes the unification of multiple beings, therefore the multiple limbs, which makes his silhouette pretty recognizable in battle scenes and makes him one of the heavy hitters of the team. The idea is that he shows all of the eyes of ghosts on his forehead. I have a thing with eyes on my designs. I either put none on or too many. And currently they all either have none or the regular amount of eyes, as far as we can see. And this must be Smoke Eater's natural form before he eats ghosts. But I don't know. I think it looks like a pretty decent crew of, new folks to come on. They decided they had to add something else, so why not these guys?
Okay.
So yeah, this will be coming out. Yes.
I was just wondering, did vampires all of a sudden become like a hit thing again that Marvel's trying to tell us all? They're like vampires, everything. Vampires this, vampires that. Blood.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but they were just like, okay, so we're gonna have vampires, and then we need super vampires because
it's because
they-
DC did it last year. Now Marvel needs to do it this year.
Right.
well, and those you saw, half of them don't have mouths, so they can't drink blood. So that's how come they're feeding off of pain and ghosts and things like that. So
There's also studies that show that during times of foreign strife and all that, like such as the wars that we have going on, there's this enhanced feeling of xenophobia, and during that time period, that's when vampire movies do well. As to when there's time of domestic struggle,
See?
that's when
There's
zombie
science.
films do better. So, seeing as how what's going on with the world right now, maybe they're going to capitalize on that sort of xenophobia and say, "Hey, it's vampire time."
Did
That's
not know
a
that.
wise
So
answer. Look at that. I didn't expect anybody to have an answer for me.
Yeah.
indeed. So now we know.
No
come
problem.
May, because come May, it's Morbin time. So okay. So
All right.
next, Leo.
Yeah, Justin, what do you got on this?
All right, so this is X-Men 35. It ends one mutant milestone and steps towards the next. Okay, all you X-Men fans, all you may know, way back in 2019, Jonathan Hickman started a new Krakoa era in House of X. Now, for the 700th issue of Uncanny X-Men, the Krakoa story is about to end. Thank goodness. Hitting the stands June 5th as a giant-size X-Men number 35, packed with stories and art from Comic All-Stars. You've got Jerry Dugan, Kieran Gillian, Al Ewing, Chris Claremont, and Gail Simone. Art by Phil Noto, who I adore. Jonathan Cassara, Lucas Wernick, Jerome Opeña, Stefano Casilli, Walt Simonson, Leno Francis Yu, and more, with a wraparound cover by Pepe Larraz. Look for a story by Chris Claremont that will give a glimpse of what's coming for the X-Men titles launching this summer. On sale June 5th. Hit up your local LCS and reserve them now.
Okay, nicely done, Justin.
Yeah, and as we know from our Chris Claremont coverage, Krakoa, is definitely has an ending that's going to stick.
Yeah, I don't like this whole series. I kind of bounced out of it. I read the first 12 issues of all of them, and I'm like, I don't like this. I'm going to come back later, which is the best part about comic books. If you don't like what's going on, just come back another time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's probably not going to even matter with X-Men. Don't try to piece it together. Did it happen? Did it not? Is it a fever dream? I don't know.
Is Jean Grey alive?
Yeah.
So I believe this is a tie-in. I found this. This actually just hit today. So it is. Well, if I can hit the right button here. So these are going to be the stories coming this summer. So Gail Simone,
right now.
yeah.
Nice. And David Arquez is a great artist, so that's great. And then
Jed, yeah, go for it.
Nice.
Oh no, I was gonna say Jed McKay, but Ryan Stegman, also great artist. We've seen that from his work on Superior Spider-Man, his stuff with Donny Cates with Venom and King in Black and all that. And then you got Eve. Oh, Eve Ewing is coming on. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, exceptional X-Men. And the middle one by Jed, that looks like the X-Men 97 logo, which, as we know, comes out next week.
I think it's just yellow. There's going to be an X-Men 97 comic tie-in, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the miniseries. Yeah. We already covered that.
Very cool. Very cool.
All right. So what's next, Leo?
Heir to Apocalypse.
That's me. Before the X-Men embark on a new era, a crucial challenge awaits to determine the inheritor of Apocalypse's significant role in X-Men Heir of Apocalypse. Penned by Steve Fox, known for X-Men 97, Dead X-Men, and illustrated by Netho Diaz. Netho? Famous for Daredevil Black Armor. This 4-part limited series debuts in May. Follows Apocalypse, a former nemesis of the X-Men, as he assembles 12 mutants for an intense tournament to identify who is worthy to succeed him. Through trials examining their courage, strength, intellect, and spirit, one individual will emerge to carry on Apocalypse's legacy boldly. During the Krakoan age, which Justin loves so much, Apocalypse transitioned from a notorious supervillain to a respected leader among mutants. Energized and driven, he returns to, I'm going to mess this one up.
Morocco.
Oh, I wasn't going to mess it up. Haha.
Oh,
His
excellent.
former homeland to guide its future. However, his mission on Earth remains unfinished, especially after the devastating downfall of Krakoa. Who will be selected as the new leader? The lineup of contenders includes a blend of iconic figures, beloved characters, and even former adversaries. Armageddon Girl, Cable, Cypher, Emma Frost, Exodus, Forge, Gorgon, Mirage, Mr. Sinister, Penance, Rictor, and Wolverine.
Yeah.
So that's a big friggin' lineup.
Yeah.
That's
Actually, like,
that's
it
pretty
reminds
badass.
me of Age of Apocalypse, and now that I'm looking at the things, I'm like, oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably why.
And then and it's only 4 issues, so that's a big storyline to tell in 4 issues. But
These guys are no
Okay.
joke too. I mean, Gorgon, Exodus, Emma Frost, like these are big deal characters.
yeah, and we'll see. We've
Shall.
seen that Apocalypse survives. So okay, all right. What's next, Leo?
Zatanna.
Yes, this is mine. I am super pumped by this story. I've been reading some of Paul Dini's run on Zatanna. It's a 12-issue series he did with Stephen Rux. It was awesome. And Black Label is just killing it right now. They're just doing so good with books. And this one, Zatanna Bring Down the House, coming from Mariko Tamaki and Javier Rodriguez, is checking all the boxes. Because you have an origin story for Zatanna Zatara. You have a blockbuster stage magician by day. A superhero who can make anything happen as long as she says it backwards. She's rarely been a headliner, but now here she is because, her iconic look and unlimited power. She's been a perennial choice for DC super teams since the 60s. So you have Tamaki, who's been killing it. She's been writing young adult graphic novels. She's been doing runs on Wonder Woman and Detective Comics. And then Rodriguez is someone who we've known for his work on The Defenders and the short-lived Exiles. So the synopsis is that Zatanna will have to take herself and her magical abilities seriously when an interdimensional vortex cracks open the very stage she performs on, releasing a terrifying demon bent on killing her. If Zatanna hopes to escape with her life, she'll have to face even more terrifying consequences from her past. So this is out June 25th. Honestly, all these covers look great. The story looks fantastic. I definitely going to check this out. And that's pretty much it.
Look at that art. It looks like Tim Sale a little bit too, like the interior work that they're showing. It's got that feeling to it. Really cool. Good choice.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that's one of the one cover before that's Jorge Jimenez, right there. Great stuff. I don't know who that other artist is, but it's fantastic.
Looked like Kubert for a minute. I don't know.
Yeah, and then even that is just great. And then even the big extended cover, which I think is Rodriguez's work, that one's fantastic too. So yeah, all great. Super pumped. Looking forward to it. Black Label's on a roll. So let's keep it going. But let me look at all those panels and artwork. It looks real fun.
There's a wabbit.
Like Darwin Cook a little bit too. Yeah.
And it doesn't look very wordy at all.
Looking for wascally wabbits. All right. So what's next?
Next is the Power of Fantasy.
Yeah.
Yes. Image is releasing a new take on what it means to be a superpowered human. They have writer Kieran Gillen, along with artist Casper Wingard and letterer Clayton Cowles, bringing us a world that only has 6 superpowered individuals living in it. How do they save the world with their powers? Simple. They don't use them. With the tagline, "The Eternal Fight Against Fighting," We're going to be following the characters as they try to avoid conflict and not bring their powers into use. In this world, being superpowered means having the capacity for destruction rivaling the United States nuclear arsenal. The first of these superpowered individuals showed up in 1945. The drama is going to explore what happens when regular people are given extraordinary power beyond what anyone should have, and this forces them to have some sort of relationships with the others just to comprehend their positions. Over a 54-year span, we're going to be jumping into pop culture as well as political and alternate cultural history. Statements about the series include that it is Immortal X-Men on HBO, as well as what would happen if Watchmen had 6 Dr. Manhattans. Currently, here's the artwork towards the end here. We're getting to see some of this, but we have no more information about any of the 6 main characters. Not even names or what exactly happens with them. But I'm looking forward to hearing more about this as it gets further into development. And this is due out in August.
Okay. I mean, listen, Karen Gillan, I mean, he does great work at Marvel. I mean, he's working on X-Men right now, which I know, again, Justin's reading. Not.
Maybe soon.
But Karen Gillan described this was like his HBO counterpart to his work on Immortal X-Men. So it's kind of about how his very popular series, Wicked and the Divine, came out of his run that he did with Jamie McKelvey on the Young Avengers. So, he's very big on creator comics. And I really think that, again, as much as working with the big two is a dream for so many creators, creator comics is really where everybody just goes and just, grows.
You want to be making money for yourself, putting those, optioning your own ideas to the movie theaters and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And there's so much that going on. I'm so excited.
Yeah, there is. And I love alternative takes like this. I mean, it definitely, like when you were saying, Carrie, I was like, sounds kind of like Watchmen is that alternative history. But there's definitely a lot to unpack here. And
these guys ever checked out Uber?
Like,
no, but I saw
it the comic.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, are you hungry? Like,
no. It's one of those alternate history where, like, say the Nazis and Tokyo had super powered people and stuff, part of their armies and stuff.
Okay,
it's pretty interesting, pretty brutal comic. But...
Okay. Well,
some of these alternate history stories can be really good, like 11/22/63. That was pretty dark.
Nice. So, Carrie, when is this out? In August, you said?
Yeah, there isn't an exact release date yet, but it says it should be in August.
Cool.
And hopefully by then we'll know like a little bit more about what if it's just they're a walking nuke, or if they have specific powers that just, how they have to keep them under control and how they relate to each other.
Right.
So.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Check that out.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Leo, what's next?
Yeah. We only have 3 stories left, so we'll rush through them. Butterfly. So Variety had an exclusive this week. So it's announced that Amazon has ordered a 6-episode series of the Boom Studios graphic novel Butterfly. The show is going to be featuring Daniel Day Kim, who will star and produce the series. And Kim recently produced The Good Doctor, which was phenomenal. Absolutely loved it.
Funny.
What's that?
Really funny stuff.
Yeah, really. And yeah, totally. The Good Lawyer is supposed to be coming out soon as well. Unless they canceled it. Anyway.
And the story.
Yeah. So originally released in 2015 and created by Arash Amel, written by Amel and Marguerite Bennett, and illustrated by Antonio Fuso and Stefano Simone. Butterfly is a spy thriller that mixes espionage with complex family dynamics. So Boom Studios says the series centers on David Kim's character, an enigmatic, highly unpredictable former U.S. intelligence operative living in South Korea whose life is blown to pieces when the consequences of an impossible decision from his past come back to haunt him, and he finds himself pursued by Rebecca, a deadly sociopathic young agent assigned to kill him. So we don't know when it's coming out, but Amazon ordered the 6 issues, not issues, but episodes. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool stuff.
Nice.
Anybody read that one before?
Nope.
No.
First time.
Interesting.
And
might be worth the watching and watch and read 1 week.
Maybe. But
Yeah.
Liam, correct me if I'm wrong. I think we only have one more story.
I snuck one in. It's really quick.
Okay.
So Jar Jar, you have the next one?
All right. Well,
He does.
DC Comics has dropped a tantalizing hit about King Kong potentially joining the Green Lantern Corps in the exciting comic book crossover. In the upcoming conclusion of Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong, it appears that King Kong will wield a Green Lantern power ring, marking his inclusion into the Corps. This thrilling revelation comes ahead of the release of the final issue of the limited series, set to hit shelves in June. Fans can catch a glimpse of Kong in his full Green Lantern attire on the newly unveiled cover artwork by Christian Deuce.
That looks awesome.
Wow.
Dude, this series has been dope, and like they just
I had fun
did
with this one.
They're like, ha.
It's doing all sorts of different things.
I just, for me,
It
it's
was
just,
just
I
like,
feel like
show it how it is.
I feel like the series, it has to have, the heroes talking to each other and drama, but I feel it's like watching a Transformers or like a modern Godzilla movie. Like I'm like, oh, can we just get to the monster fighting or just like, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh God, please stop. But this definitely, and it's funny because I was thinking like, is he the biggest Green Lantern? I'm like, nope.
No.
Kong is one of the biggest, but Mogo is still the
Mogo.
biggest.
Yeah. But Mogo doesn't socialize.
Ever.
Now,
Go for it.
if Godzilla was a lantern, it would definitely be red. His core he would be so good as a Red Lantern.
I think Atrocitus would bow. 100%. But looks awesome. So I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, tell me it's a fun one.
I want to know what his what he's gonna his goddamn what do they call him? What he's gonna make with his rings? Constructs. Thank you.
Bananas.
He's not gonna make bananas. You idiot.
The biggest banana you've ever seen.
A tiny Fay Ray.
And then the little root beer bottles.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to throw this in here, and then we'll get to the live read. So I saw the internet was a little bit ticked off, at least the comic community.
When are we not?
Well, so
what did you do, Leo?
I didn't do anything.
Constructs. That's good.
I love it.
Good one, Tom.
Well played, sir.
Nicely done. That clever.
Yeah. So Immortal Thor Volume 1 has been released. The collection of the first 5 issues of Immortal Thor as a graphic novel. And Marvel has released it for a low price of $30.
Okay.
For a graphic novel.
No.
Graphic novel. That's
4
5
issues?
5 issues.
No.
5 issues at let's say $3.99.
Okay.
That's a little high price.
Yeah,
Well-
save your money and buy Saga.
Yes.
Just as a comparison, Immortal Hulk is $12.99, regular price $15.99. So they doubled the price of the graphic novel.
Wow.
That's wild.
Just a soft cover.
Did it
Are
really?
there more pages? I mean, did they add anything?
Did the series not really do that well? Because in my experience with Marvel, if it doesn't do well, they're going to cut it. So.
Well, I'm reading it. You are.
If it didn't do well, why charge so much for the graphic novel?
I don't know.
If it was
It's
something
small.
unreleased that you could only get one place, that makes sense. But
Yeah.
that's a gouge right there.
Yep.
And it's Thor, so you know it sucks.
No, it hasn't been bad. It's just, I think, unfortunately, you're reading it and you just keep because Immortal Hulk had just such high expectations, so you're just thinking like, yeah, he's gonna bring that same heat, and you have to remember that Thor is a completely different entity than Hulk, and there's a different pantheon and a lot of things to explore. He's doing interesting things, but personally speaking, as someone reading it, it's taking me a little bit longer to connect to. Versus, it was like 2 issues into Immortal Hulk. I was like, oh, I'm ready.
Oh yeah.
We are in.
Like, wait a
So-
minute.
Yeah,
Sasquatch
the whole
absorbing
Roxanne
man?
thing is getting. I
What'd you say?
don't know what. The Roxanne thing is just really a weird tie-in, and then I think that's making it all a lot harder to get into because there's this whole suspension of disbelief, and you get to the end of the comic and you're watching the Minotaur reading the comic that they bought Marvel, so like, okay,
It's a little odd.
that happened.
But
Yeah.
I will say one of the cool moments so far was reuniting the Thor Corps. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was really awesome.
I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like seeing all them back, trading, using Mjolnir and wearing their costumes. I was like, oh, okay, this I can get behind. Like, pretty cool. All right, but that's me.
I thought you guys were going to talk about the controversy with the Todd McFarlane AI artist scandal. No one's read into
I
that at
heard
all?
about that.
I only know because you or some of your compatriots posted about it. So I was like,
No.
well, that's dumb.
We did
thought it was
call
pretty.
in splash pages that
I thought it was a pretty lazy way to get covers made for
Yes.
Todd McFarlane in the first place.
I agree. Yeah.
But that AI artist, like, how is that even possible?
They picked one of his for a Violator cover. I guess there was 4 weeks that they were taking submissions, so there was all these artists who were doing these covers for Spawn. I think it's Spawn 300, and then they were going to do. Okay, we'll pick it and put you
actually,
on
I
it.
think it
Is it 350? I'm not a
I
Spawn.
think
reader,
so. I
don't
might be
know.
wrong, but
I'll just tell you. I mean, all over this from the beginning, I was saying it's a bad idea. So many terrible covers came out by really good artists, and then it's like, why did you just make a cover of Spawn jumping and you can see his chains and cape? So many people did that, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't win." Like, what do you think? There's no story you're telling. Everything's so bland and mundane.
Well, yeah, exactly. You just did like a Spawn paint by numbers.
Exactly. And it's like some people, it's like, oh, I'm just going to do this. Okay, well, why don't you show them that you read the comic, after 1997 instead of just what you did there. So a lot of the people are butthurt, but they're butthurt for a different reason because the AI artist won for one of the 4 choices for the Violator cover, which is absolute garbage. So now we're just waiting to see what's going to happen.
Well, thank you, Justin. That was wonderful. So
I'm surprised by it all. I'm just like, wow, yeah, just surprised.
We just had this issue with the writer's strike and with the actor's strike. So now with who knows what's going to happen, if that's going to be an area where companies are just going to start putting crap into AI and pushing out comics.
Well, so when this was announced in one of the communities that I follow, they were asking, was the Batman art recently also AI? Talking about this art.
I don't know.
That's gorgeous.
Looks like
It was weird.
Yeah.
It was one of an odd part of Joker Year One. I was like, okay, this is weird, random, but okay. I don't know. That whole story was very uneven, in my opinion.
Yep.
Having read it, I was like, Chip, you might need some sleep. I think your brain's starting to finally bleed through. You're on so many goddamn books.
Yeah.
But whatever. Is the Leo? Is before we get to the read? Is there any other stories? Are we done with the news?
We are done with the news, so now it is on to I wish we had a Drew's news version of this, but
Yeah, right. Do.
So we're doing a live read of Batman, Elmer Fudd.
I'm gonna have to pick this up now. I don't think I have it in my collection.
You totally need to. And if you're lucky, like I got my copy signed by Tom and Lee Weeks separately back in the day, but when I met Lee Weeks, he drew a little Elmer Fudd on my cover for me.
That's cool.
It was so, I was like, whoa, you just like, bam.
I just talked to him about baseball for a long time.
That's the way to do it, man.
He loves baseball. That was so cool.
Yeah.
I forget who it is, but he loves, and he does some of the art, but he loves talking about Big Brother, the show.
Oh, okay. Well, I just have to say, this is still one of my favorite books, and I'm so glad to have it in my collection. Like I really brought it on a whim. I was like, interesting. And I was like, wow, this is fucking, like, I was like, I would read more of this. But I also feel it works best as a one shot, you know?
I think he said that this is one of the books that he gets asked to sign the most.
I can believe that. I can believe that and the Super Friends arc in his Batman run, which I also loved.
I'd say Batman annual number 2.
Which one, Justin? Remind me of which one was that one?
The Bat and the Cat storyline, where they talk about where they met and they grow old together and all that. So
right, yeah.
I that's what I had them both sign.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Okay.
I just realized tonight at Porky's WC and the Roadrunners specials, Hassan Pfeffer. I love that.
All right, so how are we going to do this?
We're going to do a live read. That's what we're going to do.
Oh my God, no way. All right, so
Rain falls down on Gotham with Wayne Tower.
Hold on. Somebody.
We got to introduce everybody.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm Jeremy.
Jeremy, what characters are you going to be playing?
Tonight I will be reading as the narrator or stage directions.
Doing good.
Okay. And Marvin the Martian and Alfred.
Woohoo. Drew, how about you?
I'm just going to be Elmer Fudd. I'm also doing Yosemite Sam, Daffy, and the character who I have dubbed the Salesman, aka Michael J. Fox ruined my life, but come see the show.
Mr. Justin, who are you playing tonight?
I will be reprising my role as Batman and Bruce Wayne and Foghorn Leghorn.
Sir.
Awesome.
You do say.
Kari.
Hey, I am a screaming woman. Fred,
But
Tweety,
no, who are
and
you?
Silver
Who are
St.
you
Cloud.
playing in the reading, Kari?
Yes.
Screaming woman, Fred, Tweety, and Silver St. Cloud.
And again, just to clarify, it's Silver St. Cloud, not Silver Street
not
Cloud.
Street Cloud.
Yes.
No? Come on. Come on.
Yes.
Just
Hey, if you guys hadn't written it that way, I wouldn't have said it that way.
That's how he wrote it in the book. This is why we had a rehearsal, folks.
Yeah. All right. So.
See,
all right.
Nobody would have known.
Well, and what about me?
Oh, who are you?
Yeah, right, Leo.
Yeah,
Hold on. Hey, Leo, how are you doing over there, bud? What are you reading?
Well, right now, what am I reading? World's Finest. Let's see, Batman kind of.
Show after this, Leo. Come
For
on.
the read, jackass.
Bugs Bunny and Taz.
And your Porky too.
And Porky.
Yeah, I forgot Porky too.
Oh,
Not Porky 1, Porky.
Yes,
Can't even,
Porky's too.
you can't even bring home the bacon. Goddamn. All right, so everybody, this is our live read of Batman on the Flood by the great Tom King and Lee Weeks. Thank you for providing us with the material. We hope to do you proud. Take it away, Mr. Courtney, sir.
No copyright infringements here. Rain falls down on Gotham, with Wayne Tower in the background. We see Elmer Fudd walking towards his familiar hunting ground, a bar called Porky's.
Sometimes the rain comes down so hard you forget who you've ever been twy. I try to see it out there in the past or in the future. Rainbows waiting. Going into Porky's that day, I try my best to remember. I really do. Things weren't always this way. They won't always be this way. I try my best, and the water seeps in, molding my coat to my shotgun, and I stop trying, and I head inside. My name is Elmer Fudd. I'm hunting rabbits. Shh.
We see a lone carrot in a bowl.
I watch him take his last carrot.
We see someone with a fancy gold watch take the carrot.
Of course he's calm, like he doesn't have a care.
We see the character, aka Bugs, eating the carrot.
What's up, Doc?
We see Bugs sitting at the bar. Porky, the bartender that it's named after, is cleaning glasses, while the place is packed with its usual characters. Elmer stands there dripping while he narrates his thoughts.
Bugs, the bunny, loves the game so much. He doesn't even mind dying in it.
Bugs and Elmer acknowledge each other.
Didn't expect to see you here.
Bugs looks down at his beer.
Didn't expect to be here. Think I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Elmer sits down at the bar next to Bugs while Porky continues to tend the bar.
You seem to take a lot of wrong turns at Albuquerque.
Elmer looks at Bugs menacingly as Bugs drinks his beer.
Fudd, you ever been to Albuquerque?
The bartender Porky pours a glass of carrot juice, possibly for Elmer.
Nope.
Both Elmer and Bugs sit there, a grim look on their faces.
Yeah, me neither.
Elmer and Bugs continue to talk while others play cards in the background.
You're here to kill me?
It's a bar. I'm here to drink.
Just drink?
Well, that and kill you.
Bugs tries to make a case for his life to Elmer.
What if I say I didn't do it?
Well, all right. Did you do it?
Sure I did. But what if is all I'm saying?
Say what you want to say. It's a free country.
You bring your shotgun?
You think I'd come to a dance without a partner?
Then it ain't free.
Elmer and Bugs continue to talk as we see how packed and busy this bar really is.
Everything's a joke to you.
True. But they're all not funny.
Hey, I got one for you, Bugs. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
I forgot. You want me to shoot you right here or in private?
Bugs looks at Elmer as he goes to drink his beer.
Can I tell you something? All I've done, never thought I'd catch it.
Everyone catches it, Bugs. It ain't your fault. There's a bullet on the end of all our stories.
Bugs thinking about the end.
Yeah, I know. But who's out there saying the story's got to end?
Elmer returns to narrate his thoughts as he finishes his drink and prepares to do what he came to Porky's in the first place.
Bugs enjoys his last snack, and I drink my drink. And while we wait for what's coming, We wet the west of the bar. Fill the silence.
3 individuals sit and listen to someone telling a story.
So I say to her, honey, I thought I saw a putty tat.
A well-dressed version of Tweety Bird tells his story in one hand and holds his drink in the other.
And she moves in that way. You know what I mean? I just go, I did see a putty tat.
An individual holding a hell of a hand in cards.
Hurry it up!
Characters embodying Foghorn Leghorn and Yosemite Sam sit together playing cards.
I say, boy, don't rush me. I got a worse hand than a blind dentist working on an alligator.
Bet or don't bet, varmint. But you do it soon or I'll blast your damn head off.
A fighter, or perhaps a bouncer, embodying the Tasmanian devil pummels someone. A person embodying Marvin the Martian sits alone at his table, empty glasses standing or tipped over the whole table. Someday, I will blow the whole world up with my Elodium Q36 space modulator. That will surely improve the view. A man tries to entice a bar patron regarding his client, a famous singing and dancing frog.
I get it. My client here looks like a frog. I know, I see him. But I'm telling you, fellas, he sings like an angel.
Bug finishes his meal.
And then the last carrot was gone.
I got something for trade.
Bugs makes his last plea to Elmer for his life as Elmer listens.
I did it. Yeah, I pulled the trigger on it. Fine. But somebody paid me to pull the trigger. If I get you that name, I don't know. Maybe it's worth my life.
Elmer looks at Bugs, entertaining the idea.
What's the name?
Is it a trade?
What's the name?
Elmer and Bugs look at each other. Close up on Bugs.
Bruce Wayne.
Close up of Elmer's eyes shadowed by his hat.
Bruce Wayne.
Silver St. Cloud lays on her stomach, clutching a pillow in a bed as she repeats the name in a flashback.
Bruce Wayne.
Elmer stands up with a new target and purpose in mind while Bugs and Porky look on amongst the other bar patrons.
Bruce Wayne.
Bugs looks on as Elmer reaches into the bowl on the bar.
Congratulations.
He tosses the lone carrot at Bugs' head. Elmer walks towards the door, now with new purpose. Bugs chows down on the carrot, pleased with himself. Bugs smiles, pleased that his plan has worked.
Ain't I, stinker?
Elmer drives through the rain, someone on speakerphone with him in the car.
I've been around some. I know a lot of people. Hey, Fudd, you still supplying limos to the Wayne parties?
Yeah, sure, Fudd. Something I can help you with?
Flashback, Silver St. Cloud and Elmer in a tender embrace, faces close to each other.
I never loved anyone like I love you, my little cloud. Tell me you feel the same.
Elmer gets dressed up like a chauffeur, putting the hat on last.
A lot of people who won't like to say no.
Flashback to Silver St. Cloud looks away dramatically, breaking her embrace from Elmer as she tells him the truth.
I can't lie to you, Elmer. There was someone else, someone I will always love. Maybe you know him. I mean, everyone knows him. He's...
Elmer looks miserable, driving a limo as a rich drunk couple celebrates in the back seat.
Oh, at least they don't like to say no to me.
Silver St. Cloud looks straight at Elmer with a femme fatale seriousness.
Bruce Wayne.
My name is Elmer Fudd, and I'm hunting playboys. Shh.
Elmer knocks on the door to Wayne Manor and is greeted by the famous Alfred Pennyworth. May I help you, sir?
Sorry, my wife left her phone in the car.
Alfred is listening to Elmer talk and considering the validity of his story.
You mind if I bring it to her? If I don't, it'll be a lot of trouble with the service. I didn't grow up in the fancy of the city.
Alfred agrees and welcomes into Wayne Manor. Of course.
Thank you. You're very kind. I grew up in the dirt of the country.
Elmer Fudd walks through the busy and packed party full of Gotham socialites.
You ate what you hunted. In duck season, you ate duck. In rabbit season, you ate rabbit.
Elmer stops his search.
You didn't find your prey, you starved.
Elmer looks upon the life of the party, socialite and Gotham's famous Bruce Wayne, chatting it up with the party guests.
So you learned to find your prey.
Elmer pulls his shotgun from within his trench coat as some people in the party notice his activities.
Bruce Wayne!
Elmer prepares to fire as Bruce Wayne just begins to acknowledge his presence among his guests.
Excuse me?
As the guests of the party start to realize what's happening and react, Elmer's gaze is unwavering and completely committed to his mission.
This is for my little crowd!
We see the outside of Wayne Manor ballroom as a single gunshot is heard.
I left the dirt when there was nowhere else to kill. Desperate for cash, desperate to eat, I found the only work I could do.
Bruce Wayne lays on the floor, seemingly dead.
Men paid me. I hunted what those men needed dead.
A well-dressed woman screams out of shock and panic.
Then I met her, my little crowd,
The people at the party panic and scatter and run.
and I swore that wife was over.
As everyone flees and panics, Elmer walks off satisfied.
I didn't need the gun. I didn't need the play.
Elmer's limousine speeds through the Gotham night. It's no longer raining.
I just needed my little crowd.
The Batman follows Elmer and limousine as Gotham nightlife moves along below the Dark Knight's feet and cape.
And everything would be easy.
Elmer opens the door to his empty apartment.
We loved each other as best as we could, which is better than most can say.
Flashback. Silver St. Cloud and Elmer Fudd share a cute moment together.
I love you, Elmer Fudd.
I love you, Silver St. Cloud.
Elmer removes his iconic hat as he is lost in thought and memory, his reflection in the mirror.
Eventually, I told her how I'd survived, swore to her the next would be the last.
Flashback. Elmer finds puddles of blood with something distinct in the middle of them.
Cloud! My little cloud!
Elmer adjusts himself, almost looking like he thinks about removing his coat, but decides not to, still lost in memories.
But when I came back from the next, only her blood had been left behind. That monster didn't even leave a body to be burned.
Elmer picks up a blood-soaked carrot from the pools of Silver's blood.
The rabbit!
Elmer puts back on his hat as someone knocks on his door. Elmer reaches for his shotgun as he moves towards the door. Elmer opens the door slowly as it creaks. Standing there, armed, looking down an empty hallway, Elmer stands there, almost appearing like he's waiting as the Batman stands ominously behind him. Elmer stands there, his shotgun balanced on his right shoulder with the barrel pointed backwards, as we see the Batman approach via his shadow. Elmer, aware of his visitor, pulls the trigger. shotgun fires, and Batman barely dodges the blast. Pow! Having turned around, Elmer fires again. Batman bending backwards to dodge yet another bullet. Batman tries to disarm Elmer, causing the third shot to go upwards. Elmer takes his shotgun in both hands and uses it to strike the Batman across the head. Wham! Oh, my bad. Elmer Fudd takes another swing at Batman, which he dodges by crouching down. Batman tries to knock him off balance by sweeping his leg, which Elmer dodges by jumping upwards. Elmer fires again, this time hitting Batman at point-blank range. Elmer rushes over to clarify that he's put down his opponent permanently, his cape sprawled all over Elmer's apartment floor. He was not as both the Batman's feet connect with Elmer's jaw, causing him to drop his gun and knock off his hat. Crack! Batman attempts to get the better of his adversary by pouncing on him as Elmer reaches for his shotgun. Elmer uses the butt of his gun to hit Batman again in the jaw. Batman and Elmer Fudd stand looking at each other, both sizing the other up with clenched fists. Batman lays a punch on Fudd.
Punch!
Elmer appears to be stunned or confused, which appears to throw Batman off. Elmer lays a punch on Batman.
Punch!
Elmer and Batman face each other again.
He deserved it, you know. Bruce Wayne, he deserved to die.
Batman responds to his opponent's last statement.
No one deserves to die.
Elmer pauses to remember what happened to the woman he loved, which gives Batman pause.
If you had known my darling Silver St. Cloud, you had seen what Bugs did to her. You would know some wives are worth keeping around.
Batman is startled to hear a familiar name from his past.
Silver? Silver St. Cloud?
Batman grabs Elmer by his trench coat and pulls him close.
What do you know about Silver St. Cloud?
As Batman interrogates him, Elmer appears a little shocked, surprised, and terrified.
I know she loved Bruce Wayne, and he loved her. And when he found out she was with me, he killed her. So I killed him.
Batman contemplates what he is told. Batman is surprised by Elmer mimicking him back. We've returned outside of Porky's bar where it's raining again.
I tell him about Bugs, about his queens. He said Bruce Wayne survived my attack, and he knows Bruce Wayne didn't hire anyone.
Batman and Elmer stand outside the entrance in the rain together.
I don't trust him, but I don't trust the bunny either.
Elmer turns to the Bat.
So we agree to put our differences to the side and find the truth. This is a hard place for hard men. They won't take kindly to your presence.
Batman and Elmer stand again in the rain, ready to kick some ass.
Good.
My name is Elmer Fudd. He's Batman.
Batman kicks the door open, literally.
And we're hunting rabbits.
Batman and Elmer Fudd stand at the entrance of Porky's with everyone looking at them. A who's who gallery of Looney Tune characters as human beings, with Bugs the only one not looking directly at them. Yosemite Sam goes to confront them, armed with both guns, speaking primarily at Batman.
Look, fella, we got a no varmint policy here at Porky's. As far as I know, Bat ain't nothing but a varmint.
Batman hits him with one punch.
Punch. We're here for Bugs.
Batman continues to address the bar as he pushes Yosemite's likely unconscious body aside while he stands with Elmer.
But if everyone wants to play...
Elmer finishes his sentence as Batman clenches his fists tighter.
We'll play with everyone.
Foghorn is the second to make a move against Batman the Dark Knight, dodging his punch.
I see.
Batman hits him in the face with a downward punch.
Yeah, what do you say?
A bearded human incarnation of Sylvester the Cat leaps toward Elmer, clutching his shotgun backwards with both hands.
Suffering succotash!
Elmer stops him with the butt of his shotgun, hitting him square in his genitals. Elmer stands over him as Sylvester is in a fetal position, in absolute pain.
Yeah, your succotash definitely seems to be suffering.
Batman takes down Taz with a blow that's strong enough to knock over a table.
Oh, shut up.
Elmer presses hard enough on Tweety's hand to begin breaking it.
Sorry, Tweety. I think you may have grabbed your last putty tat.
Batman slams Marvin down on a hard surface.
Don't worry, the cells at Arkham have a great view of Venus.
Elmer stops the salesman by shoving the shotgun barrels in his mouth.
Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby. Hello, my wagtime gal.
Batman puts down the human incarnation of Daffy Duck with a single blow.
You're despicable.
Leaving behind a bunch of broken and unconscious bodies, Batman and Elmer move toward the lone man at the bar. Bugs looks back at both of them, holding a half-eaten carrot.
What's up, Docs?
Batman grabs Bugs with enough force to remove him from his seat, causing the carrot to fall towards the bar.
Bugs?
We see the unfinished carrot sitting there in a pool of what is hopefully spilled beer.
Why? Why did you do it? Why did you kill Silver St. Cloud?
A slender female hand, wearing a silver watch, picks up the carrot.
That's easy.
She holds it in her hand the way some people hold a cigarette, almost a few inches away from her face.
He did it.
All three men look to the mystery woman at the bar, wearing a trench coat and a hat with a feather in it. All three of them know her.
Because I asked him to do it.
Most women come and weave, and you can go on with your life. You wake up, you do your job, you go to sleep. Everything isn't great, but it's as great as it can be.
Elmer, Batman, and Bugs are in various stages of shock and surprise.
Silver St. Cloud? But then there's some women. Just some women.
Silver St. Cloud reveals herself, holding Bugs' carrot.
Hi, boys.
And she was some woman.
The three men watch Silver as she walks away from the bar and towards the door.
When I dated Bruce, I discovered that every night he became dangerous. I left him because I didn't want any danger.
She holds her umbrella against her shoulder as she gestures back towards the three of them, still staring at her.
Then I found my little fuddy-duddy, safe, secure, until he told me he too was dangerous.
She begins to open her umbrella as she's closer to the door, the three men still standing quietly.
I wanted to leave. I didn't want you to follow. So I made nice with Bugs, and he helped me stage a little ruse.
She opens her umbrella as the door is open, the Gotham Knight beckoning her forward.
When Bugs asked me what to do if Fuddy ever came after him, I told him to call me and send Fuddy to Bruce Wayne.
Silver looks back, all knowing and still beautiful, but now with a manipulative hint of deadliness.
I figured the two of them had so much in common, they'd find something to do together.
Batman breaks the group's silence.
And now?
I want her.
We see Silver's back as she's walking through the doorway.
Now, I leave. And you?
All I want is her.
Silver St. Cloud is gone. The door begins to close.
Stay.
And I watch her go.
Batman, Elmer Fudd, and Bugs all stand alone and now having something in common.
Leaving us behind.
Bugs leans on top of the bar and speaks to Porky, who was crouching behind the bar the entire time.
Carrot juice, Porky, straight up.
Why does every story have to end?
Elmer turns to the bar as Porky starts making Bugs drink.
I couldn't tell you. Make that 2.
As Porky opens the bottle, Bugs and Elmer are surprised by Batman making a request.
3.
All I know is everything has a season. You just gotta weed the sign.
Porky moves to pour them each a drink. His only 3 standing customers.
Everybody's drinking carrot juice today. We're gonna run out of quick.
Duck season. Wabbit season.
A tiny drop of carrot juice drips out sadly over the 3 empty glasses.
Yep.
Then one day you woke up and you realize
We get a close-up of Porky.
this season is yours.
But that's all, folks.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-da.
The end.
Rabbit season.
Duck season,
I
fire!
forget where I laughed, but there was some point where Drew was saying some stuff and it just caught me off guard. I was just, ooh, giggles.
Whoops it. And it's funny. I just wanted to end it at da 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 da. Thank you. All right, everybody.
Well,
So-
do that again, and then Jar Jar, you do the beep.
Okay.
Now, you do the magic of editing.
All right. Thanks everyone for joining the show, or as Leo would say, did it. That's all, folks. Dun, 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 dun.
We did it.
Woohoo!
Well,
All right.
everybody, thank you so much for joining us for this. This has been a long time in the works. You didn't think about how long it's going to take you to coordinate this, and then you realize everybody's an adult. So this is a lot of hard work on a lot of our ends. Everybody brought their A game. So thank you so much. We really hope you enjoyed it. And we also hope that anybody who's watching, that you were laughing as much as we were internally as we're doing these goddamn lines. I know I'm the entire time I'm dying.
It's
So-
fun. This is a good time.
I gotta get going now. I got
Yeah.
another show. If you feel like watching some D&D playing, hop on over
I do.
to well hop on over and watch Owlite. We're gonna be up here. They're probably already started without me, so I gotta run. Thanks, guys.
Are you
This
guys
is
just
super
home?
fun.
Oh, go,
Go.
Hi, Carrie.
Don't talk to me.
And then we watch to weave us again.
I said that
So
was a good time, boys.
that was fantastic. I apparently I really, again, please, if you really did enjoy what you heard, we would love to hear some comments besides our usual peanut gallery. And not saying those who loved it, who are government, we love you too, but just
Special thanks to Tom King and Lee Weeks.
yes, and to DC and the people at Warner Bros. Thank you so much.
And for the legal counsel, we hope you've enjoyed our nonprofit and transformative
Yes.
performance.
Absolutely
It
non-profit.
covers us for fair use.
I've never thought I'd say this, but now I feel like if I meet Tom King, I want to talk to him about this and just be like, "So what did you think?" And then he's gonna be like, "Oh my god, that was you guys." If he even has seen it and he was like, "Oh yeah, I loved it," it's like, "Oh, I was Elmer Fudd." It's like, I was like,
It's such a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Quing.
Quing.
you know,
Say a hello, boy. Hello there.
Exactly. It would be pretty fucking cool.
Look here, human, sign my damn comic.
Oh my God, please don't. Oh fuck. Oh,
Who's
God,
your
my God.
collaborator?
Oh my God. Ow. Oh, you fucking asshole.
Well, and you know,
don't feel bad. I'll be getting it done soon myself, Drew.
No, I know. It's just every once in a while, like I just get off guard. I'm like, joy. I'm like, oh, joyous pain. Joyous pain.
And we're going to be having a fully edited version of this where I'll do the nice zoom ins for all the images and stuff. So,
oh, cool.
We should end it.
I think Leo, honestly, let's just end and finally enjoy that we got it done in under an hour and a half, which I know is always doable.
Yep, we'll wrap things up. I want to thank everybody for watching this fine evening. Go check us out on the social medias, especially YouTube. You know, we got some special stuff heading up there in our Facebook, and I got to get Instagram and stuff like that too. And for me, you know how to find me, you know, but more importantly, check out these awesome dudes and do that for Kari that had to leave early, but we'll kick it over to Justin.
Hey, thanks for having me, Splash Pages. I appreciate it. Check out our show. Leo and I do a show called The Dork Night about everything Batman, starring two people that love Batman and Brandon. So, you know, then you can check out our other show, Comics Paradox, which is a journey through the multiverse or the omniverse. It's all about what ifs and else worlds and things like that. So you can check out our shows.
Awesome. Jar Jar.
Hey, I did another re-education of Nancy Ann Ritter this week, so that should be coming out this weekend.
Congratulations.
Look out for that. And April 6th and 7th, I'll be at Connecticut GamerCon handling all the panels with like people like Ned Luke, you know, from Grand Theft Auto, and Solo, who's also from Grand Theft Auto, and the dude that played Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat, whose name is escaping me right now, and it's
Master
not in
Daniel
front of me.
Pacina.
Who's that?
Master Daniel Pacina.
No. Not from the movie, the video game.
From the video. Okay, he was from the video game. So.
Oh, well,
yeah, he
guy.
did.
Hold on, I can tell you what his name is. Kaiji Tang. No.
Yeah, Daniel Pacina was from I think he did the first two games.
Yes, he did. He's basically Johnny Cage, but he also did the Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Reptile.
Oh.
Okay, so
we're looking forward to that.
You do your research.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I'm not interviewing Daniel Tang, or what's his name?
Pacina.
Daniel Pacina. I'm not interviewing him.
Okay.
Christine Marie Cabanos, though, she'll be there.
Cool.
You guys know who she is? Anime star?
Mm-hmm.
No, but I'm glad you will.
I do. Mm-hmm. I'm glad I do too, because else I'd be there like not knowing anything. But yeah, come check that out at Mohegan Sun, April 6th and 7th. And over to you, Drew.
Hi, I'm Drew. I'm in pain, but I still showed up because that's dedication to my team. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, Ghostbuster Man 1984. I'm going to start posting there a little bit more. I know it's been kind of a dead account for like the last year. I don't know. I'm really busy when I'm not in pain, and I'm doing a lot, and I'm busy. But if you message me, there's like a 45% chance I'll get back to you. 50 if I already know you. But beyond that, roll that dice. But thank you so much, everybody, for coming out. And also, just wanted to say thank you so much, everybody, for coming out. We really appreciate it. And next week, we're going to have artist extraordinaire Scott Koblish is going to be coming on. So we're really excited to talk to him and one of his projects that he's did. It's going to be awesome. So we have that. And there's one other guest we have, but you'll have to tune in next week to find out who that will be. So back to Leo to close the gate.
That's all, folks.
Turn off the stream. Cut the stream. Hurry.